Hello students, today we will learn about working with tables. Word 2016 offers a flexible feature of presenting information in a tabular form. A table consists of a number of columns and rows. It is very useful in organizing and representing the text information and numeric data in an effective manner. Let's learn about creating a table now. A table is an organized arrangement of text in the form of rows and columns. The intersection of a column and a row is called a cell. Word provides a variety of ways to create a table. To insert a new table, place the cursor where you want the table to appear. Let's learn how to use Table Grid first. Click on the Table button on the Insert tab in the Tables group. This will open a drop-down menu that contains a grid. Drag the mouse pointer over the grid to select the numbers of rows and columns you want in the table. The table will be inserted on the working area. Let's learn to insert tables using Insert Table dialog box. Navigate to the Insert tab and then click the Table button. Select the Insert Table option from the drop-down menu. The Insert Table dialog box appears. Specify the number of columns and rows and click OK. When you insert a table, you will get the Design and Layout tabs on the ribbon under the Table Tools. Students, let us know more. We can also insert a table by clicking on the Insert tab and then selecting Table button and then go to Draw Table option. Drag the pencil on the working area. Draw rows and columns using dragging method. Students, let's know the fact. You can insert a pre-designed table using Insert, then go to Table and then go to Quick Tables and click the desired template. Let's learn how to enter data in tables now. Place the insertion point in a table cell where you want to type data. To move to the next adjoining cell, either press the Tab key or the right arrow key. To move to the previous cell, either press the Shift plus Tab key or the left arrow key. Enter the data as given in the table. The up and down arrow keys will shift the cursor to the cells above or below the current cell. To select action, do like this. A cell, triple-click in the cell. A row, move the mouse to the left of the row margin, click the left mouse button. A column, place the mouse pointer over the top of the column, click the left mouse button. The entire table, double-click on the Table Move handle. Let me give you a tip. You can also select the different parts of a table by using the Select button in the Table Tools on the Layout tab. Students, let's take a quick view. To select an entire table, click anywhere inside the table and press Alt +5 key on the numeric keypad with number lock off. Quickly recall what is the difference between Draw Table option and Insert Table option. Okay, let us learn how to modify a table now. After entering data in a table, you can make changes in the data as needed. You can insert rows, columns or cells in a table to accommodate new contents. Similarly, you can delete unwanted rows, columns or cells from a table. Resize tables. You can increase or decrease the size of a table manually by using Table Resize handle, but Word also offers ready-made solutions to resize the table. Resizing of a table can be done by AutoFit option that offers flexibility to automatically resize the column width based on different criteria. You can set the table width based on the window size or convert it back to use fixed column width. Click on the drop-down arrow of AutoFit button in the Cell Size group on the Layout tab. It will display following three options. AutoFit Contents. It adjusts the column width according to the data entered. AutoFit Window. Selecting this option will adjust the table according to the margin set on a window. Fixed column width. The column width gets fixed and text is wrapped in the same cell. Let me give you some important tips. When you click on the table, you notice a plus sign at the upper left corner. This is called table move handle, which is used to move a table. A small hollow square at the bottom right corner of the table is called table resize handle. This handle is used to resize a table. Let us find out how to insert columns or rows in a table. While creating and making entry in a table, you might need to add columns or rows in between. Word provides a facility to add new columns to right or left of any existing column and insert rows above or below the selected row. To add a new column, select the column by clicking on its top border, adjacent to which you want to insert a new column. The Table Tools tab appears on the ribbon. Click on the Layout tab under it. Select either the Insert Left or Insert Right button in the Rows and Columns group. An empty column gets inserted in the table as per the chosen option. Similarly, select a row and then click either on the Insert Above or Insert Below button in the Rows and Columns group on the Layout tab to insert a new row. Okay, students, note. Select as many columns or rows as you want to add in a table and then right-click on the selection. Click on the Insert tab and choose the desired option from the cascading menu. Okay, let us learn how to delete rows and columns now. Select the row or column. Click on the Layout tab under the Table Tools menu. Select the Delete button in the Rows and Columns group. A list of options appears. Choose the Delete Rows or Delete Columns option in the drop-down menu, or right-click on the selected row or column that you wish to delete and select the Delete Rows or Delete Columns option from the shortcut menu. Students, let's take a quick view. Press Shift plus Delete key combination to delete the selected rows and columns from the table. Let us find out how to format a table. Formatting controls the overall appearance of a table. After creating a table, you can format the entire table by using the Table Styles feature. Table Styles is an inbuilt facility to change the appearance, color, and borders of a table. Click on the table that you want to format. Under the Table Tools, click on the Design tab. Select the desired style from the Table Styles group. Students, note the fact that you can also get more style options for your table by clicking the More drop-down arrow of the Table Styles gallery. Okay, students, let us know more. We can add a row or a column in a table by clicking on the plus sign, which appears when we place a mouse pointer over the intersecting line between a row and a column. Let us learn how to change column width now. You can resize the column width either by using the option available on the Layout tab or by using the mouse pointer. Select the column whose width you want to change. Click on the Layout tab. Select the Properties button in the Table group. The Table Properties dialog box appears. Click on the Column tab. Select the Preferred Width checkbox. Now increase or decrease the column width either by using the spin arrows or type in the specific values to set the width. Click OK. Similarly, you can change the row height by selecting the Row tab in the Table Properties dialog box. Students, let's know the fact. The column width and the row height can be quickly changed by placing the mouse pointer on the column border or row border and dragging the double-headed arrow. Drag right or left to increase or decrease the column width and up or down to increase or decrease the row height. Let us understand how to split cells. Splitting a cell means dividing the selected cell into separate cells. To split a cell, follow the given steps. Select the cell that you want to split. Click on the Layout tab. Select the Split Cells button in the Merge group. The Split Cells dialog box appears. Define the number of rows and columns in the respective spin boxes into which you wish to split the selected cell. Click OK. Let us talk about merging cells now. Sometimes data is split in numerous segments of a cell and you want to combine it in a single cell to give it a better look. Merging the cells provides a way to consolidate data in one cell. Select the cells you want to merge. Click on the Layout tab. Select the Merge Cells button in the Merge group. The data gets merged into a single cell. Let us find out how to apply borders and shading. You can enhance the appearance of a table by applying a variety of borders and shading styles. To add borders and shading, follow the given steps. Select the entire table by clicking on the Table Move handle. Click on the Design tab. Change the line style and width by clicking on the line style and line weight options respectively from the Borders group. Click on the Borders dialog box launcher. The Borders and Shading dialog box appears. Choose the All option. Select the color from the Color drop-down menu. Likewise, you can select the desired settings for the border. Click on the Apply to text box and select the Table option from the drop-down list. To give color effects to your table, click on the Shading tab. Click on the drop-down arrow under the Fill section. The color palette is displayed. Choose any shade. Click OK. Notice the change in the appearance of this table. Okay, let us learn how to convert text to a table. You can also convert existing text to a table. Enter the text as shown in the figure. Select the text. Click on the Insert tab, then go to Table button and select the Convert Text to Table option from the drop-down menu. The Convert Text to Table dialog box appears. Define the columns and rows under the number of columns and number of rows respectively. Click OK. The selected text will appear in the table form as shown in the figure. Students note the fact that the Convert Text to a Table option gets highlighted in the Table drop-down menu only when the text is selected. Let us learn how to inserting pictures in a table. Inserting pictures in a table. Click on the cell where you want to insert a picture. Click on the Insert tab. In the Illustrations group, select the Pictures option. The Insert Picture dialog box appears. Browse and select the picture to be inserted. Click on the Insert button. The selected picture will be inserted in the table cell. Students note the fact that you can insert pictures from the internet through Bing Image Search Gallery by selecting the Online Pictures option from the Insert tab. And performing calculations in a table. You can perform calculations on the numeric data entered in a table. Enter the data in a table. Select the Layout tab. Click in the cell where the result is to be displayed. Select the Formula button in the Data group. The Formula dialog box appears. Note that the sum formula is already displayed. Click OK. The result appears in the selected cell. Let me give you a tip. By default, Word 2016 calculates the sum of values in the cells lying in the column above or in the row to the left. Another fact to note is that in Word 2013, you can insert a table in a document, enter data in it, format it by using various options available in Tables group on the Insert tab. Let us learn how to update calculations in a table. Sometimes you may change the data or add any new data in a table. Word provides a facility to update the changes. To update the total sum in a table, select any cell and change its data. Now select the data of the cell where the total sum is displayed. Press F9 key and observe that Word automatically updates the calculations. Let us quickly glance through the key points discussed in this chapter. A table is an organized arrangement of text in the form of rows and columns. The intersection of a column and a row is called a cell. AutoFit option offers flexibility to automatically resize the column width based on different criteria. Table styles is an inbuilt facility to change the appearance, color, and borders of a table. The table move handle and the table resize handle are used to move and resize the entire table respectively. Splitting a cell means dividing the selected cell into separate cells. Combining two or more cells into a single cell is called merging.